Hello guys, so gone are the days where when a child would do something and that child's parents will say, oh come, you don't do this. Gone are the days when that used to happen. And now I am super surprised and disgusted that a father could actually be involved in the same crime that his son was nabbed for. I was like, what? Are parents not meant to actually train or, discipline their child for committing an offense? Like, why would a father go on and do the same? So, guys, welcome back again to my channel. So, my channel. So, guys, I've always said is that I'm always going to bring the story of Nigerians who commit fraud in diaspora. And yes, people like, oh, but you're Nigerian as well. You should not do this. Yes, I'm sure I've explained several times why I am doing this, so that it will not come as a surprise to us that one of them who have committed a crime abroad, one of them who has been locked behind jail, will now go to Nigeria and become the next president in Nigeria and will now be ruled by criminals only. So what is the news? So I saw this news from People's Gazette, and it has also been reported on the website of the Department of Justice, which is the US crime website. Okay, so according to the title and the title of the news article that I found, which I'm going to screenshot here, FBI allegedly nabs Nigerian fraudsters Christopher Falade, son Emmanuel for wire fraud. So Christopher Falade and his son Emmanuel were arrested over a fraud scheme by the FBI. In fact, there's a video of the U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson, who announced the charges. You guys are going to watch that video at some point. But let me quickly.
Good morning. My name is Joe Thompson. I'm the acting United States Attorney for the District of Minnesota. We're here to announce the first round of indictments in the ongoing investigation of fraud in the Housing Stabilization Services state Medicaid program. The HSS program is riddled with fraud. Defendants Christopher and Emmanuel Falade are being charged for their role in operating another fraudulent housing stabilization company called Faldacare. Together, they received more than $2 million in Medicaid billing, purportedly for providing housing stabilization services.
Some point, but let me quickly read the story to you. So it says here that two US based Nigerians, Christopher Falade, his son Emmanuel Falade, and 6 others have been charged with wire fraud in Minnesota Housing Stabilization Program. The U.S. Department of Justice announced the charges against the 8 defendants in quote their roles in a massive housing stabilization fraud scheme in a statement on Thursday. And here is the video. So you guys heard from the U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson there. So the article continues. According to the DOJ, the Falades, both father and son, worked together to run Falade Inc. So it's like a corporation or like a service they render to people. Okay, so they both run Faldacare Inc as a provider in the HSS program and were supposed to provide housing consulting, transitioning, and sustaining services to qualifying people in need. So they are meant to be looking after people in need. They're meant to be providing services for people who are in need. People who are in need. However, Mr. Falade, a 62-year-old man, unfortunately, the FBI did not give us their image. But if I find their image when I'm editing this video, I'll pop their image here. Okay? And his son, Emmanuel, 32 years old, alongside their conspirators, yeah, they were not working alone, fraudulently inflated reimbursement claims, receiving $2.2 million, which they diverted into their private pockets. In quotes, over the course of years, the Falades and their conspirators created and submitted program reimbursement claims that were inflated and fraudulent. By doing so, Faldacare received program payments far exceeding the HSS services they had actually provided for, the DOJ said. In all, the Falades claimed to service about 100 different beneficiaries, and for such services claimed to be entitled to over $2.2 million, and diverted much of their fraud proceeds to their conspirators, including to their Faldacare employees, the statement read. So I'm going to screenshot the name of all of their other people that were involved. I'm going to screenshot their names and put it here, okay? Speaking about the charges, the US, you guys already watched that video, but I'm going to read it again. The US Attorney Joseph H. Thompson said, in quote, "Today we announced the first wave of charges in a massive fraud in Minnesota's Housing Stabilization Program." Mr. Thompson noted that the schemes were stacked upon schemes, draining resources meant for those in need. In quotes, so they are in a country that is providing for the needs of people. Their own country where they came from, Nigeria. The government don't freaking give an effing fuck about Nigerians. So they left such a country that does not provide such for them to a country where such services is being provided for people who are in need. And they are thieving mind. And this thieving father and son thought that they could use their company to defraud and deprive people who are in need of the services they've been paid to offer. Even the services where they no provide, they still lie, say they provide the service and collected the money. How wicked can people be? How wicked can some people be? Let me continue. Mr. Thompson noted that the scheme were, in quote, stacked upon schemes draining resources meant for those in need. In quote, "It feels never ending. I have spent my career as a fraud prosecutor, and the depth of the fraud in Minnesota takes my breath away," Mr. Thompson explained. "The fraud must be stopped." So, like I said earlier on that, you know what, you will have thought that, if a child misbehaved, that the father will have said, "Oh, don't do it," but the father is actually involved in the crime as well. Like, guys, like, I don't know what some people think. You think that, okay, these people, they are Nigerians. They've left Nigeria where, like I said, our government don't give a damn if you have a roof over your head. Our government do not care if water is carrying you, they go. Government no care. Our government no care. As business, they burn down. They don't care. Maybe they need ambulances or whatever. They don't freaking provide any of those basic needs to Nigerians. So you can now imagine that two grown-ass men, a father and a son, now find themselves in the US. They have a business of providing services to people who are in need, to help people transition into an housing scheme, to help people settle into an housing scheme. And they have that services that is providing care to vulnerable people. And they, in a way, they did some. And in a way, the services that they've not provided, they ask for the money. So which means that even if that money was meant to maybe help 100 people, but because they've actually asked for money for the services they've not provided to those people, some people might not even benefit from it. Guys, when I saw this news, I was super disgusted. So they've been charged and their case is going to happen. And like I said, the FBI did not provide us with images for those father and son. And the wife, I don't know, maybe the Emmanuel, if he's married, but God has saved you, the wife. You don't want to be in the family of fraudsters, family of thieving people. And there's the father, Mr. Falade, at 62 years old. You will definitely be going to jail. You will definitely be going to jail. And my prayer is that they get to jail, then they get deported as well. Because, like, I don't understand why you think it's all right for you to steal from the vulnerable people you're providing services for. Like, don't you have conscience? Don't you have conscience at all? Don't you have conscience? And all of these things, you're thieving and stealing from people. When in the next generation now, your grandchildren now start to face some sort of difficulties in their life, they will not know what happened. They will not know that maybe it's that thieving thing that their father and their grandfather did that is causing these things in their life. Guys, let me know your thought and opinion in the comment section. Like I said, I will not get tired of bringing this news to you. I wish I could say what's in my mind for these people, but I'm going to maintain my steez because I'm a child of God. Because I'm a child of God, that's why I'm bringing these things. Like, how can you be in a country where there are opportunities and you don't think, yes, you have a business, you have a business, a company. Why don't you do the best thing, the good things you set up your business for rather than defrauding? All of the cases that I've seen so far, it stemmed from people, some of our Nigerian people in diaspora, who say they have some sort of business providing service for vulnerable people, and they use that services to extort money from the government. Like, And this money now, they will now come to Nigeria. They will be living large, be carrying women, be going to clubs. Their children will be driving fast cars. They'll be lodging from hotel to hotel. And you that they are now spending the money with, you'll be asking God when. God, we're not knowing that what they are spending is a process of fraud. Not knowing that is the money they are spending is the money that should have been spent on people who actually needs it. Guys, I don't want to make this video longer than as it is. Guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think should actually happen to these two, to this father and son? Like I said, are Yoruba people say that, you know what, when you, as a parent, when your child does something, you call them back, rein them in and say, no, don't do this, don't do that. But in this case, the father and son were caught doing wire fraud. Leave your thoughts and opinion as always in the comment section. And if you've watched this video till now, you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video, do not hesitate to join my membership, and I'll have to catch up with you in another video. Alright, bye for now. Bye.